मेरे आई कार्ड Hello everyone, my name is ZIIEI and on behalf of Sri Society, I would like to welcome you all at this webinar. Are we live now? Okay, so we would be starting now. So as I said, hello everyone, my name is ZIIEI and on behalf of Sri Society, I would like to welcome you all at this webinar that we would be starting today. As we all know that this pandemic called COVID-19 has changed the entire dynamic of the world, especially when we talk about training in teaching module. And all the educators, marketing guru, motivational speakers, they all are saying that this online thing is going to be the new future. We all know that training and online training and teaching is something that is required to share the knowledge. And it is said that the power that you have is always stronger, the will that you have is always stronger than the task that you have in front of us. We wanted to meet you teachers as we always did from the past so many years. We wanted to have interaction with you people. And for the same reason, we thought of starting this webinar that we are doing, and you all are aware of it. So with the same webinar, we would be discussing certain new things, sharing the ideas, because I'm sure in previous videos, we have discussed a lot many things about how this program called ZIIEI, as in Zero Investment Innovation for Education initiative started, and how we came up with this program, what was the thought behind it. And we gave this innovative idea a tagline, a platform for the teachers, by the teachers. So this is the platform. The ideas that we would be discussing going forward are all the ideas that has been given by our teachers. These ideas are not given by me or any of the person from Survival Society. These all ideas have been given by the people, by the teachers, by the educators like you. So today we would be discussing about an innovative idea called Children's Parliament. This idea have been given by our teachers, our innovators from Uttar Pradesh, and we would be discussing about the same innovative idea. Before I discuss about the innovative idea, what is the innovative idea? What were the benefit of this innovative idea that we would be talking about today? I would like to know that are you interested to know the story behind this innovative idea? That is how this idea popped up in the mind of our teacher. So if you are interested to know the story, because I believe that we all like or we all love to listen to the story. So if you love listening to story, please comment yes at the Facebook or Zoom, wherever you are watching this video. So comment yes if you want me to tell the story related to this innovative idea that we would be discussing today. Great. So this is how the story goes. One of our educator, he was posted in a single school, a single teacher school, and that is, he was the only teacher within that school. The school was situated in a village that was approximately 15 to 20 kilometers from the town where teacher was residing. Every day he used to come to the school through his bike. One day his tire got flattened, that is his bike got punctured. So it took him approx an hour to fix the issue or the puncture. And when he reached the school, he found that the children are everywhere in the school except the class. Few students were roaming here and there. Few students were hanging at the gate of the school. Few students were climbing at the boundary wall of the school. Few students were hanging at the branches of the tree. Some students were roaming here and there, running around. So the students were everywhere except the class. Teacher also got to know that few students left for their home. The teacher got a shock when he got to know that today student also didn't gather for the assembly prayer. Because assembly prayer was something where teacher does not have to do anything. That was whole responsibility of the student. The student automatically during that time, during the morning hours when they reach school, they automatically will fall in the assembly. Some of the students, 5 to 6 students will get over the stage, and then they'll give the command to start the prayer, and the student will start the prayer. Teacher realize one thing, that's not that the students are not aware of the things that they have to do, but the thing is they lack the responsibility. If there could be any idea where the teachers could inculcate the sense of responsibility, unity, and teamwork in the mind of student, these things can carry on for a longer time in the heart and the mind of the student, and he or she will turn out to be a wonderful individual. Also, since we all are educators, we all are teachers, so I'm sure we all are aware that the aim of education is not only to provide the academic knowledge to the student, but the aim of education is to work on the holistic development of a child. And as a teacher, as an educator, it becomes our responsibility to help the student to achieve on all the dimensions. And for the same reason, teachers started an innovative idea called Children's Parliament. So what is Children's Parliament? Let's have a discussion on the same. Children's, we all know that we are talking about the students. And what is Parliament? We all know that our country is a democratic country, and I'm sure we all vote after 5 years every time, be it for Lok Sabha elections or be it for the Vidhan Sabha election. We always vote. And if we don't, we should vote. So we all are aware about the Parliament. Parliament have got different committees. This is how this innovative idea works. Before that, let me have a discussion with all you on why this innovative idea came into picture and what is an idea behind this innovative idea. Or if in other words, I could say, what would be an innovation behind the innovation of this idea, of this innovative idea? Too many innovations, right? So you will get to know when you will read the book that you would be having if you have attended our training, or you could download it from our website www.ziiei.com. So the book would be UP1, and there you would find this innovative idea, and under the Children's Parliament innovative idea there is a tagline, there is a subtitle, My School from My Perspective. This simply means that how a student, that is me as a student, want my school to be. Whether I want my school to be clean or not. So when a student, when you yourself have given a command that how you want your thing to be, you definitely will try to excel it. You will try to make it wonderful. And for the same perspective, teacher gave responsibilities to the student, that is your school, and you will have to be responsible of as in how you want your school to be. And for the same reason, this innovative idea came, and the tagline is My School from My Perspective. As in, I as a student want my school to be like this. And for the same reason, teacher made different committees. As in Parliament, we know, as in our democratic country, we know that there are different ministries. Similarly, there are different committees in the school. And how it starts? And if I talk about Parliament, how the election will be done, you would say that, sir, the students, the people or the adult who are above 18 or who have touched the 18, who have got voter ID, could vote, right? They can cast their vote. Similarly, the student can elect the individual they want to be in. They want to be in that committee. So there are 3 ways in which the student could be chosen in a committee, and these 3 ways are election, selection, and nomination. So election, we all are aware that a student who want to be the member of that committee, who want to be in that specific committee, could stand as a representative, and the student will cast their vote. The one who wins will be chosen as the leader of that specific committee. Similarly, teacher could also select the student. For example, students who are good in academics, students who are doing really well, teacher think that, okay, these are the student I could take in this committee. The teacher could also select the student, and the student can also nominate themselves to be in different committees. After that, once the committees after that, once the student are selected as a representative, we all know that the ministers have to take a what? Oath. Similarly, the student will have to take the oath. And you just imagine a student of 5 years, 7 years, 10, 14 years is standing in front of all his fellow students. There are teacher behind, there's headmaster or principal sitting in front, and the student is taking an oath that me, so and so, as a member of this committee, is taking a pledge that I will fulfill all my responsibility. I will work without any partiality or discrimination, and I will work towards the cleanliness of my school. We will try to bring and try to achieve excel in educating our society and our school at the same time. Trust me when I say this, that when a kid of 5 years, 10 years, 14, 15 years is taking a pledge in front of his fellow student that I will fulfill all my responsibility, he definitely will do it, or she definitely will do it. So student will first take an oath. Then there are different committees decided. As I said, the way in our country there are different ministries. For example, home ministries we have, right? Similarly, there would be a committee for called as Committee of Home Affairs. If I could ask you that what is the role of home ministry in our country? In one word, if I'll ask, you will say that to maintain the discipline. Definitely. To maintain the rules, regulations, and discipline within the country. That is the task of this committee at the same time. To maintain the discipline within the school. Right? So, as I said, that this committee will work on maintaining the discipline within the school. That students are not roaming here and there. They come at the time, proper time. They leave the school at the proper time, and all the discipline within the school is maintained. Secondly, the other committee could be Committee on Education. And what could be the work of Committee on Education? As the name itself suggests, that it will work on the education part of the school or the class. Suppose, especially we talk about the government, we talk about the government schools. At times, teachers have to do some other work, or they are busy in some meeting. In private schools also, number of times when there are meeting, there are lectures which go empty or which are vacant. So what could be done is, and it has been done in our time as well, that the students from senior classes who are part of this committee could go to those class and can teach the junior student. This will help the student to work in team. First, the student will develop a confidence to teach. And trust me when I say this, when you are reading something for yourself, you do not pay much attention. But when you will have to teach to someone else, you focus with more attention to grasp that, to understand that. And the student, when they would be sent to other class to teach their juniors, they definitely will have a sense of belonging, a sense of responsibility that they are teaching their juniors. They will act no less than a teacher at that point of time. So that would be the work of the education committee, to work on the education. Similarly, the other committee is Committee on Health and Hygiene. As the name itself suggests, that the committee will work on the health and hygiene part of the class or the school for that matter. So in the morning, nail checking thing during the assembly, that could be done. Apart from that, if students are washing their hands properly during the midday meal, if their clothes are tidy or not, these all things are taken care by the committee called Committee on Health and Hygiene. Then if we talk about Committee on Sports, so the work of the committee will be to conduct various sports competition in the school. Also, I remember when I was a child, when we used to play, during the games lecture or games period for that matter, we will play, we hit the ball or football or volleyball for that matter, and the bell rang at the same time. The ball will go somewhere here and there in the bush, and we return back to our classes. The responsibility of this committee is to keep a proper care of the sports product that they have, to maintain these things. Apart from that, to arrange the sports competition in timely manner within the schools. Apart from that, the other committee would be Committee on Culture and Art. The work of the what is the work of sport committee in the sport is the same work of the Committee for Art and Culture here. The only difference is that there they were working for sports, here they will be working for art and culture. So this committee will organize and manage the morning assembly, student days, various activities like 15th of August, Teacher Day, then we have Republic Day, etc. in the school, then Rangoli competition, etc. can also be held, then we have annual function. So these things are taken care by the Committee on Art and Culture. Then there is a committee on midday meal. What is committee on midday meal? Especially when we talk about the government schools, we have an option of midday meal there. And in private school, we also have a lunch break. So what they do is, this committee makes the student wash their hands properly before taking their meals, before taking their midday meals for that matter. And apart from this, the students are told or are advised to do the prayers, food prayers before, or food mantras before having their meals. They also work on seating arrangement. Let me tell you an example that has been shared by one of our innovator, one of our teacher. He said, sir, that during the midday meal, the student will run towards that area where the midday meal thing is. They will fight, they will quarrel for places to sit, they will rank the thalis that they would be having, plates that they would be having at their hand, they will quarrel for sitting, they will throw the food here and there. Teacher said that, so what this committee does is that one of the member, two of the members from this committee, before starting this midday meal, they'll check at the area that midday meal has been prepared or not, the food has been cooked or not. Then they'll inform in the class that the food has been cooked. Now you could fall in line, and then you could proceed for your food towards the food area. So student will fall in line. When they are when the students are sitting at the place, the students are told to tell or recite the poem for that matter, or table. For example, suppose let's talk about a table of two. So a student will say two ones are two, two twos are four, two threes are six, two fours are eight. So at this point of time, when me as a student would be talking about this and that, or fighting with my fellow student, would be entirely focused on what would be the table, or what would be my the number that I have to use during my turn. So my entire focus would be on the table. So during the midday meal also, we are learning. So this could also be done. Again, the other committee would be Committee on the Guardian Groups. And as the name suggests, that this committee would work with the parents to involve the parents towards the school. Because number of times there are parents who do not pay heed about what their ward is doing within the school or within the class. So this committee gets in touch with the teachers and or with the parents for that matter, and then they inform them that how their students are doing. They also tell them about the PTM or parent teacher meeting that they would be happening with the coming time. They also tell them or tell parents or include the parents about the various activities, about the various campaigns that they would be running, and the parents who are actively participating are also included on the within those campaigns that the students are running. Apart from that, the other committee that could be would be library committee. What is library committee? The role of the library committee is to maintain or the proper maintain the books. Also, the books are given to the students and they have to return on a timely basis. So maintaining the data of the students who have taken the book and whether they have returned it or not. So this is also the work of library committee. One more thing that I would like to discuss here is there are many times due to there could be a number of issues. The books gets late delivering in the schools, or the books that the students gets for the free with the help of government for sure, and that is a wonderful initiative. Sometimes the books there could be any reason behind it. The books gets delivered late in the school, and due to which it get delayed to cover the syllabus. Teacher also told one thing that I would definitely like to discuss here, that a student, many a time I remember me also as a student when I was a kid, after a month or two, the first page and the last page of my books were always taught. So books are something, or it is said that books are the best companion. We should respect the book. We should take care of the book properly. And if, as I said, that if this habit of maintaining the books or keeping a good care of book is inculcated within the mind from the childhood itself, the student will definitely understand the importance of the books. So the teacher says that the students should have to maintain their book properly. Also, the student who have passed the class, they will have to submit their books at the library committee, and their condition of the book would be the same as in the book that they have submitted. If the condition of the book is poor, they will receive a new book that they would be receiving from the library would be an older one. And if they submit a neat and tidy and a proper book in the library, they will get the book from next class in the same condition. So still no one want a torn book, right? So what the student started doing, that they will keep a proper care of their book for entire year. And once they pass, they will submit this book at the library in order to get a good book. And when the books from the governments are delivered, then the teacher will collect those books, will submit those books in the library, and will hand over the new books to the students that have been just delivered from the government side. Teacher said this, sir, after a year or two, we have got huge collections of books. We have got n number of books. Apart from that, students or teacher can submit the comics or can deposit the comics in the library so that the student could have learning of n number of books and they could get lots and lots of knowledge from that book. Other than that, we have a committee on alumni student. What is an alumni student? The student who have passed from the classes. The students from this committee gets in touch with those students and ask about the ideas, that how they are doing in their academics or in their life. These students are also called to share their experiences with the class or with the school. So being a student, sometime I might, when I'm a kid, I might do not pay heed to what my teacher is saying. But when my, we used to say bhaiya to our senior, when my senior is saying something to me, I would definitely pay a much attention to what he's saying. So the alumni can guide the students about what they could do in their career, how is the life outside this school, and how the student could focus on their academics or games and sports, or whatever the student want to achieve. So they will get a good guidance from their seniors, their alumni as well. Along with that, what happens that at the end of the week, or it could be decided by the teacher how they want this meeting to be done on the basis, or it could be either bi-monthly or weekly or on a monthly basis. And the meeting will have three pillars, or all the pillars of a school. And these pillars are students, teachers, and parents. So a committee will sit, the president and the prime minister will sit with the teacher, and the committee will be discussing the different committees, the members of different committees along with the students will be sitting, and they will come up with the issues or with the challenges that they are facing in the schools. For example, if I could have to give you an example, suppose um, a member from Home Affairs Committee raised a query, raised a challenge that their team is facing. They said that once a period is over, a lecture is over, when the teacher goes out, number of the students will follow the teacher, and they'll go for breaks, for toilets, or for washrooms, or for drinking water, or whatever. They'll go, and when they will return, there would already be a teacher who would be taking another lecture. And when the teacher will ask that who gave you permission, they will always say, and I'm sure you all have, like, number of us have done this thing, that we will say that sir, we have taken the permission from the teacher who was taking the previous class. So students said, the member from the committee said that sir, this create a chaos in the class, in the school. And when someone from outside also comes, like officers come or any parents come, and when they find a student roaming here and there for water, for washroom, or for whatever, it does not leave a good impression at the mind of that person visiting the school. And during this committee, the school came up, the came up. During this meeting, the committee came up with the guidance of teachers, with the guidance of parents, with the guidance of prime minister in this committee, that why can't they introduce a class pass in the school, or permit later in the school or in the class. So a class could have, for example, two permit later. The student who is having a permit later would be considered the one who has taken the permission from the monitor. The monitor will be having two passes. And so the first pass would be given to the student who is requesting, and the second pass could be kept on the basis of emergency. Like if there is certain emergency, if the student is in a hurry or is in need of going outside, he could take that permission, permit later or class pass. Or teacher could also depend upon the teacher how they want it to be done, or it could be one for girl, one for boys. Similarly, another student raised a query from the midday meal committee that it has often seen that there are a number of students who come to the school during Fridays when there are eggs at the menu. But when there are green vegetables in the during the Wednesday, they won't attend the class. They won't come to school either. And when the teacher or the committee get in touch with the parent of that student, those students, one of the teacher, or I'm sorry, one of the parent told the teacher that my kid, his name was Rahul, my kid is not interested into green vegetables, especially he don't like water guard at all. So when there would be a menu, because we know that during midday meal there is a menu that has already been decided that this thing, these all the things would be prepared on Monday, these things would be on Tuesday, and so on. So my kid, since he don't like the green vegetable, he don't like bottle guard at all. So when there would be a preparation for this bottle guard, he won't go to school. This committee decided that we have a small space in our school Why don't we convert it into a land where we could germinate, where we could have our own vegetable, where we could sow our own vegetables? And for the same reason, the teacher asked Rahul, who was not at all interested in eating fruits, to sow the seed of bottle gourd itself. Once the Rahul, after sowing the seed of that bottle gourd, teacher asked the student, that is the same student Rahul, that Rahul, this is your seed, this would be your plant, and it would be your responsibility to take a proper care of this seed, of this plant. You'll have to water it on regular basis. Rahul started watering that seed. After a few days, what he saw is there's a small germination over there. A sprout is there. After a few days, the seed, the size of that sapling was like this. Then it was like this. Then it touched a height like this. I mean, this much. And Rahul, when sees that this plant needs certain support, he arranges the things from here and there, the sticks from here and there, and then he used those sticks as a support. After a few days, after a month or 2 or 3, that plant which Rahul sowed as a seed is now bearing bottle gourd. The length of that bottle gourd is like this, and then it increased to this, then this. One fine day, teacher noticed, and teacher said to Rahul that Rahul, your bottle gourd has got a proper size now. Now this is the time where we could get it, and tomorrow we will prepare the vegetable using your bottle gourd. Since tomorrow is Wednesday and the day where we cook the green vegetables of the bottle gourd. Now, teachers, I would like to ask a question from you, and you'd comment and tell me that you agree to this or not. If you agree, say yes. That whether Rahul, if his bottle gourd will be getting cooked tomorrow, will he come to school tomorrow or not? Definitely, he will come to school tomorrow. And now again, I like to ask you a question. Will he eat that vegetable, that bottle gourd or not? He definitely will eat that vegetable, because now he is feeling connected. And how will he find the taste? Will he like it or not? Definitely, he will like the taste of that one. So this is how it is done. Same boy who was not in love with that specific food, and we all are aware that different nutrients are needed for our body. So the same student who was not interested at all to have that food will now find that the food is not that bad what he was saying earlier. So there could be different committees that could be set up. What would be the benefit? Let's have a discussion on the benefit. First, all the 3 pillars of the schools would be in the same place, would be working together for the upliftment of the schools, that is parents, teachers, and the children. Second, the environment of self-learning will be developed in the schools. Third, the student will develop a feeling of responsibility, unity, and the importance of teamwork at the same time. Parents also will feel much involved within the school. Apart from that, the holistic development or overall development of child could be done within the school. So these are all the benefits that we would be getting out of these innovative ideas, or out of this innovative idea called Children's Parliament. That's all for about this innovative idea. Now, I will be glad if you have any question, and if you think that you could ask it from me. Please feel free to ask any question that you would like to ask. Okay, so there are some questions for which I have received that people are asking that how can I join? So I believe that you are a teacher since the question is not complete. So I don't understand that you want to join as a teacher or as an employee or as a volunteer with Sri Aurobindo Society. So I'll consider it here that you want to join as a teacher with this program to share your innovative ideas. So you could share your innovative ideas in different way. And all these ways, I'll explain the ways to you. You could share your idea at our website and please note it down. It's www.isf, that is I for idea, S for submission, F for form, isf.ziiei.org. You could submit, I'm sorry, that's not org, that's .com, com. I repeated, www.isf.ziiei.com. You could submit your ideas online. Second option is that you could share your ideas by sending it to our address. The address is plot number 1201, sector 5, Basundhara, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, and the pin code is 201012. You could, as of now, these two options are available. Other than this, we also have another options available. When our trainers go to training, you can submit the ideas to the trainer hand to hand, or you could submit the ideas at your BRC or VO's office, and then we collect those ideas from there. But we do not have that these two options available as of now. So what you could do is you could either send it online by mentioning the idea, what your idea is, what would be the outcome of the idea. And I'm sure you people are aware about the four condition that we have in the previous videos that has been, that it also has been discussed that the idea need to be based on zero investment. It need to be implemented within the school. It also needed to be documented, which means that there could be any proof. It could be in the form of photos, it could be in the form of charts, it could be in the form of registers that you are maintaining within your school. And there could be certain benefit, the 9 areas of benefit that has already been discussed with you before. So if it fulfills our condition, we definitely would love to have your ideas. The second question is, can private tutor also join? Definitely. If you are a private tutor, if you are running a coaching institute, if you are teaching in the private schools from any boards, be it CBSE, be it ICSE, be it MP board or UP board or any other board for that matter, you could definitely share your ideas and you could definitely be a part of this revolution that we are bringing. And that could only be possible with the help of teachers like you, with the help of educators like you, when we both will work together. The third question I have got is, how can I get my certificate of participation? I am from Philippines. Okay, so since you are from Philippines, I said that you have participated, right? Uh, have you downloaded our app? If you have been downloaded our app, you can download the app. And from you there are 3 lines at the left. You could click on that. And please keep in mind that you will have to enter your name while registering your contact number. And then you could generate your certificate from there. Any other question if anyone have, please feel free to ask. I would love to answer your queries. Okay, so that's all for the day from my end. My name is Dhiren, and I would like to thank you all for joining this webinar. I hope that we have shared ideas and ideas together, and I believe that when we would be going to our school, we as a teacher, as an educator, will definitely implement these ideas within our school for the holistic or for the overall development of our children. This is Dhiren signing off. Thanks on behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society. Namaskar.